Hi everyone, Marisa Stone here with Simon Says Social and the Systems Lounge, and I want to welcome you today to the 2018 Premier International Women's Business Systems Virtual Summit, where you get to learn all about the systems that our speakers are using to get things done. And today I am super excited to have Pamela Lewerenz here. She is going to talk with us all about our morning makeover. Now, before you take off and go, oh my gosh, Marisa, not another makeover, I want you to really sit down and listen, because this is some information that all of us need that we might not realize we need. So let me tell you a little bit about Pamela. Pamela's mission is to empower ambitious entrepreneurs to break down these brick walls and bring their businesses to the next level. I love her already. She will help you target your passion, increase your positive mindset, define your vision, set manageable goals, and tackle that time management like a pro, which is everything focused on obtaining the desired destination for you and your business. This is huge, guys. She truly enjoys helping others learn their potential and help them to balance their lives, including work, home, and family, because this is super important, right? Oh, and play. Don't forget that one. When she's not working, she enjoys spending time with her family and friends, volunteering in her community, setting off on these super fun adventures that her and her husband take. I'm so excited to hear more about those, Pamela. Welcome to the summit. I'm super excited to have this conversation with you today.
Thank you. I am super excited to be here.
So let's kind of begin at the beginning. What are we talking about when we're talking about a morning makeover? I'm assuming it's not the Jetson mask that goes on that fixes my face.
Nope, definitely not. We are talking about taking a meaningful look into exactly what you do from the minute you wake up every morning. How do you feel? What steps do you take? What do you do first? It's really all about the feeling and the attitude and what's revving you up for your day.
Yeah. And I love this because how many of us, especially Monday mornings, right? Mondays are hard.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
Oh, it's Monday. So let's talk for a minute about why entrepreneurs should be concerned with making over their morning.
Well, entrepreneurs should be really interested in it because as a business owner, you never know what to expect. You absolutely wear every hat in your business, and you have to be Johnny on the spot. You
That's
have to
right.
move from one thing to another seamlessly, making it look like everything is flowing, even though you know it may not be.
Right.
So yeah, it's super important.
Yeah. So, wow, can a morning makeover really make that much of a difference in my success?
It can make a huge difference, a huge difference. It's really all about building the positive mindset. That's what a morning makeover does. And I like to say it's setting up a routine for you to follow, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people I know start cringing when I say that because every day can be so different. But
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be. You literally can do this morning routine 7 days a week. It doesn't have to just be Monday through Friday when you're working.
Right.
And it sets the tone for your entire day. The better your morning goes, you know that the rest of your day is just going to fall into place.
Yeah, and I love the sound of that because sometimes when you get up in the morning and everything's chaotic and crazy, I at least for me, I feel like all day long I'm behind the eight ball, and I can't, you know, I can't
Oh, yeah.
seem to catch up. And like, you want to upset Marisa, make her late. That's the very best way to just totally ruin my day. And so I'm loving the sound of this morning makeover because it sounds like it sets me up for a positive day, which I'm really loving. So let's talk about how it actually reduces my stress levels. And I know I got into that a little bit, but let's talk about how it can reduce stress.
Well, it is a big stress reliever because stress is a part of our life, no matter if it's business related or personal related. I mean, the world is such a busy place and everybody's going full speed ahead, just 100% go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And you don't really take the time to stop and breathe.
Yeah.
And that is a huge, huge stress reliever right there. Just remembering to breathe sometimes.
Yeah.
It, and it's different for each person. We've all had those mornings where we're searching for our favorite blouse because we really want to wear it that day, but guess what? It's in the laundry.
Yes.
Or, we've got our black shoes that we need to wear that day, but we can't find its match, and we're searching high and low.
Yeah.
And it's everything. And that's just us personally if you live by yourself. But let's bring a family into it.
Yes.
You've got a spouse and they need to get out the
Children
door.
and
And
the
you know,
dog.
exactly. He's over there asking you, does this tie look good with the shirt? And your kid is coming in with, oh, I forgot to tell you, I have
Yeah.
this,
This
program
big project
happening.
is
And
due today. What?
yeah, it's like, what is happening? And yeah, the dog's scratching at the door because I really need to go for my morning walk. It's
Right.
totally can blow your mind. So the stress level just kind of starts there and just
Yeah.
builds and builds throughout your day. So
Yeah.
that when you get everybody out the door, you just want to collapse in a chair. You don't want to start your day.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
doing this morning makeover and just making a plan for your day right from the beginning, just really the stress melts away.
Nice. Nice. So some people feel we should wake an hour earlier to get that 25th hour out of our day. What are your thoughts on this? I can hear you laughing already.
It does. It always makes me laugh. Of course, the better rested you are, the better your day is going to be. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. Um, adding, I love it when people say that. We're not trying to add to the day, we're trying to take what's already there and make sense of it.
And use
Make,
it better.
yeah, make a focused plan for
Yeah.
you that's going to work.
Yeah.
So we're using the same amount of hours. I mean, I even find myself some days going, oh, if only I had 2 more hours, I could get this project done. And it's like, no, there's not 2 more hours
That's right.
because I have a set time of when I stop things and that's it and on.
Yeah, and that totally makes sense too. I can remember when I was, when my kids were younger and I was, in my, I've, obtained multiple high level degrees. And, I can remember getting up that hour earlier because it gave me a moment of peace.
Yep. Yep.
To be able to just focus for a minute before the chaos began. And so, yeah, I can totally see that. All right. So let me ask the hard
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I have been doing that for years,
question. Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And getting up before everyone else, just while the house is quiet, is
Quiet.
just what I need. That works for
Yes.
me. So
Yeah.
that's why I do it. And believe me, people are like, yeah, but I have kids and they're going to wait. Yeah, but you know what? They learn.
Yeah.
Because I remember my kids being little and I would hear them in the other room saying, oh, this is mom's quiet time. We don't disturb her. We'll just play dolls or play with our trucks or
Yeah.
read a book. This is her time.
Yeah,
So it catches on.
my rule was if they interrupted me before they were supposed to, they had to clean the house that day. So it
Oh,
didn't matter what they were doing. They were stopping and cleaning the house before they could go do what they wanted to do. So they learned really quickly that they didn't want to interrupt mom during her quiet time.
I love it.
So I'm going to ask the tough question now because I hear this all the time. Does creating this morning makeover, like, how does this increase my productivity? Because aren't we just adding more things to my to-do list?
Well, per se.
This is why I love her, you guys. She is not going to sugarcoat it. She's going to tell us like it is.
It's just taking what you already do and lining it up and making it repetitive so that every morning This is what you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about all the outside influences that are happening. I always like to say, I take that hour. It's an
Yeah.
hour. That's what I base everything on. I mean, some mornings it may only be 20 minutes before,
Right.
things start happening, but
Yeah.
at least you've gotten 20 minutes of
Mm,
that hour in. And
yeah.
hopefully when things calm down a little bit, whatever's going on, then you can pick it up again after.
Yeah.
And not every day is going to be perfect. I mean,
Right.
we all know. I mean, some days you yourself don't feel well, your kids might not,
Yeah.
there's a snow day, whatever. It may just be different. But yeah, that's really what it is using the same hours, but just making a repetitive task, for
Yeah.
lack of a better term,
Yeah.
out of what you need to do. Just like you'd make a to-do list, you're
Yep.
adding to your to-do list, these are my must-dos for the day. And
Yeah.
it starts with you and your morning routine.
Yeah. So let's talk about my attitude for a moment. What does having this morning routine do for my attitude throughout the day?
Well, one of my favorite sayings is attitude, gratitude.
Yeah.
Every single thing that you do out of your day, whether it's big, small, no matter how insignificant you think it may be, it all plays a part in what it is. I have what I call a success jar. I started doing a success jar probably 4 years ago now.
Nice.
Every single day, I make sure there is a minimum of one thing that goes in that jar. Some days there's a dozen.
Yeah.
Other days it's kind of like, what am I going to put in the jar today? That's the kind of day I had. But there's
Yeah.
always something, whether it's, hey, I got out of bed this morning and showed up for work.
Right.
It's always something. We have to remember to be thankful and grateful for every small step, because all those small steps lead up to your big wins.
Yeah. And that totally makes sense too. I know that's taking us in a little bit of a different direction, but like when you're one person, when you're an entrepreneur and you're the one working your business every day, it's not like there's, an office full of people that are going to recognize the major accomplishments in your business. And no matter what, everybody's always moving forward. It might not be at the pace you want, but you're always moving forward. And so by recognizing those little wins each day, it really does change your attitude and change your mindset and help you to, continue, staying in your zone of genius and doing the cool things you do.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, attitude really is probably 80% of it. I
yeah.
mean, if you start out with a positive attitude, I do my little lessons still to this day. I wake up and do them in the mirror. I mean, it's like part of my routine. I
Yeah.
go in the bathroom, I brush my teeth, and before I do my hair, I stop and say, hey, you are going to have a fantastic day today.
Yeah.
Or guess what? You're wonderful.
Yeah.
Everything you do, you're going to rock today.
Nice.
And after you do it, I mean, it takes 10 seconds, but
Yeah.
you repeat it a couple of times. You remember to smile, bring your smile. That's
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 right.
huge.
You got to.
And you're gonna it just changes that whole tone for your day.
Yeah. Totally makes sense. Okay. So let's talk about probably what's my biggest downfall, the technology.
Hmm.
I know. I feel it already. One of the first things I do in the morning is I check in on my tribe before I start my work. Some say this is the last thing I should be doing. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely the last thing you should be doing, and I'll tell you why. It is a huge no-no.
Yeah.
If you turn on your phone, your computer, your iPad, whatever it is, in the first 60 minutes of being up, your productivity for the day decreases, automatically drops by 30%.
Are you kidding
30.
me?
And those are proven facts, 30%. And when I first heard that, I was like, are you kidding me? 30% is like, I'm already down to a C. How is the rest of my
Wow.
day going to go? Because trust me, I used to want to jump up and get on there and be like, I can hit social media, I can check my email, I can. No, you can do those things, but not in the first hour. The first hour is for you, And that is not a totally focused thing for you. Yeah, it's huge. So everybody I work with, I tell them that same thing. I lead out with it and I get the same thing of, Nip, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I can't. And I say, guess what? To work with me, you need to. That
Oh,
is the one thing
wow.
I ask is that, first 60 minutes, don't even touch it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Leave it charging.
All right. Well, Pamela, we got some work to do. That is crazy. Seriously? 30%
Yeah,
less productive.
30%. Yep. In the first 60 minutes, I'm like, woo. Yeah, big numbers.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like a third of my day.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So see how much more productive
I
you can
told
be.
you I was going to learn so much from this session. Okay, so unfortunately, we're coming to the end of this interview, and I do not feel like we've been talking anywhere near long enough. Is there anything else that we need to know about redesigning our morning makeover before we take our much deeper dive in the next interview?
Well, the only thing that I like to say at this point is that you need to look at making over your morning with an open mind.
Yeah.
If you're serious that you know that there's something just amiss, something not right, you can be better somehow or get this done in a different way, you want to make sure you come into this with an open mind and listen to suggestions like, hey, in the first 60 minutes, no electronics, because
Right.
that's a really big thing for people. You have to just really be committed.
Yeah.
Committed to, hey, let's give this a try. Let's see if this chick knows what she's talking about.
Yeah,
And
because that's really what we're saying, right? We're saying try these different, things out inside your morning routine and figure out what works for you, right? We're not saying, oh my gosh, we're going to take your device from you.
right, absolutely. And what works for one person may not work for that next person. It may
Exactly.
not be that that's what's really, making your morning or setting the tone for your day that's wrong. It may be a different area. So
Right.
there's different areas we look at, but that's definitely one of them. And I always just say, just bring your smile and keep an open mind, and we can work with anything.
Let's do this thing.
Let's get it done.
Done. That's right. Well, wow, Pamela, this has been absolutely amazing. You've shared some amazing information here. I really, really appreciate all that you've shared with us. Before we let you go, how can people reach out to you? Let's say they want to just pick your brain a little more about this morning makeover, access some of your resources, or perhaps work with you. How can they reach out to you?
Best way is to visit my website, brickwallcoach.com. And on there, there's a way to get in touch with me. There's a couple of different ways. It brings up a scheduling calendar, and I have on there free coffee chats so we can just network and get to know each other and talk about whatever's on each other's mind.
Mhm.
And that's usually like a 30-minute freebie session.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is a free 20-minute consult. You call me and you just kind of say, hey, these are my pain points. I need some help somewhere.
Yeah.
And you can check out the resources. I have a free resource page that has, I don't know, a dozen different worksheets and just different things on there. And of course, you can follow me on Facebook, look up Brick Wall Coach, and just get to know me that way. Just get to know what makes me tick and how I work, and, follow along for a little while there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you very, very much.
Well,
Guys,
thank
those
you.
links are all below this video. So all you have to do is click on those and reach out to Pamela and take advantage of some of the resources that she's sharing with you today. If you're feeling a little chaotic in your mornings, perhaps it's time for your own morning makeover. So for those of you that are part of the All Access Pass, stick around because we are going to be taking a much, much deeper dive into all the little tips and tricks that Pamela is going to be sharing with us about creating this morning makeover that's going to work. If you have not yet grabbed your all access pass, there's also a link below this video that'll take you directly to that page so you can snag yours right now. Not only do you have lifetime access to all these live sessions that you're watching right now, but you get every single one of those much deeper dives that I take with every one of our speakers, all inside that all access pass. You do not want to miss this one, so grab yours right now. Pamela, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for all you've shared. And guys, we will see you in the all access pass. Bye, everyone.